You saw me previously use methods and functions and other methods such as capitalize. So how do I know all these methods? Is it because I'm too smart, or is there another secret? Well, I assure you that is the latter. So let me show you the secret on how to find the codes you need in this video. Using the Python console is recommended for such things. So when you want to explore things out, when you want to test things out, it's good to use the Python console. So let's say again you want to capitalize a string. How do you know what methods to use? Well, you can simply use dir str. Execute that, and what you get is a list as output. So this list contains all the methods you can apply to a string data type, because you know I did dir str. Str represents strings. So this is a keyword in Python, although you can also use any string there and you'll get the same output. So either use str, the keyword representing the string type, or an actual instance of a string. So this list is made of these methods with double underscores, but you don't need to look at them. You don't need to use them. These are used internally by the Python interpreter. The methods we're interested about are after these underscore methods. So for example, capitalize is the first one, so they are ordered alphabetically. So you should get a clue of what the method does by just looking at the name of the method. But then if you want to know more about the method, you can use the help function. The help function gets as input the method, but you need to refer to a string first and then to the method. So str, or just do any string dot capitalize. You don't put any brackets here, any parentheses, just capitalize like that, and these parentheses of the help function, and press enter. And what you get is the help documentation of that capitalize method. So it explains what that method does. And similarly, you can use dir with a list, so list like that, or just do an empty list instance or any items you might have there. And you can also use a variable. So if the variable is associated with a list 1, 2, 3, and you do dir a, you will get the list of methods that can be applied to list objects. So here you can see all the methods you can apply to lists. So you see the append method, and again use help list dot append to get the help of that method. Now see something here. This append method has these two arguments, self and object. But let's take a look again back to the capitalize method. So help, capitalize, and compare them. You see, capitalize doesn't get any argument as input. So that is some clue on how to use the methods. So with capitalize, we just put the string and say capitalize, and that's it, no arguments, and you get the capitalized string. But with list, we have the list A, so A is that one. With list, you say a.append, and here, if you execute this, you will get an error because the append method takes one argument. So you need to provide an argument there, and then A will be that list with the 4 appended to the end. So that's why I showed you this part here. Now, what is self? Well, self, you can ignore this for now, we will cover self later. The real argument here is this object. So the object is the number you want to pass to the append method, the number or a string if you want to append a string to the list. And then the slash is not an argument, it simply indicates the end of the arguments you need to input. So to wrap it up, so far you learned dir, where you put a type and you get the list of the methods applied to that type. And then you can use help on a particular method. But then, how about functions? How do you get a list of functions you can apply? So a function is print, input is a function also. Well, to get a list of available functions in Python, you first need to import built-ins. Now this is an import statement in Python, and I'll talk about import statements later on in the course. So for now, we're simply using this so we make available the list of built-ins. So now this built-ins can be provided as an argument of the dir function, and if you execute that, you will get a list of these functions and other elements which you can apply directly without the dot notation. So input should be among this. So you should get post these elements with a capital letter, and you should pass also these underscore elements. And then here we have different functions. So these with lowercase are all functions. And here should be the input function. So that's input. If you go to the P letter, you should also be able to find the print function. Here it is. Now you don't need to actually look at this list and learn everything that it is here. I also don't know all these functions. Some are very specific ones, so if you need to know how to do something, it's easier to do some research on Google, because most likely someone else has done that thing before, and there's a discussion or some source on a forum or a blog which shows what functions you can use in Python for that particular thing. So what is important is to know the logic of building a program, and this is what I'm trying to teach you in this course. So we will build a number of programs and you will understand the logic and also learn the core elements of the language, such as the input function, the while loop, list, strings, etc. All these are the core concepts. So don't worry about these elements here. I hope that makes sense, and I'll talk to you later. See you.